What's up, YouTube? Max here, Chains of Addiction. Today we're going to talk about different kinds of chains and what they're for. Primarily, first of all, how to get a chain that's going to fit your saw, and then what chain really do you want for your saw. So what do these numbers mean on these boxes, and what's the difference between skip, half skip, full chisel, semi-chisel, and all that confusing stuff. Alright, so what do the numbers mean? These are just two random boxes that I had laying around. I'm not saying that Husqvarna chain is the best thing in the world, but they make pretty good chain. Let's start with the number on the far left here. Now, you're going to need three numbers when you go to buy a chain for your saw. Three numbers will get you a chain that will fit. So first of all, we have the pitch, and we have two different pitch chains here. We have a .325, which is commonly referred to as quarter pitch, and then we have a 3/8, which is also known as .3875. And what that is a function of the angles of the drive links that wrap around your drive sprocket. So you really don't need to know what that means. It's the distance between three rivets. It kind of shows in the little diagram on the box. It's the distance between three rivets divided by two. And there's math involved and stuff. You really don't need to know what that means, but you do need to know what pitch your saw is. And usually, if you don't know it off the top of your head, it will show that on the drive sprocket itself. So I just so happen to have a drive sprocket right here, go figure, and you can see right here along the bottom of this drive sprocket, you see the numbers 3/8, 8. So what that is a 3/8 pitch, 8 tooth. Now, don't worry about the tooth count, that doesn't really matter for chain selection, but the 3/8 is what we needed to know. Okay, the second number that you need to know is your chain gauge. Okay, so again, two different examples here, .050 and .063. There's a metric equivalent. Sometimes the older steel saws, you'll need to know that, but usually there's both on both the saw and the box. So .050 is pretty standard. .063 is not very standard. There's also .058. But basically what the gauge is, and it kind of shows in the little diagram right here, but it is the width of the chain driver, and by association the width of the distance between the two rails on your bar. Now, of course, they're not ever going to be exactly the same size, or it wouldn't be able to slide through there, but if you try and run a much larger size gauge, like if you tried to run an 063 gauge chain in an 050 gauge bar, it's not going to move. Probably won't even be able to get the drivers into the bar. So that's the second number that you really need to know. Okay, third number is the number of drive links. Now, very important distinction here. Drive links are not cutting links. Drive links are on the underside of the chain. They're the part that the sprocket runs. They're the part that you don't see at all while the chain is on the saw. So number of drive links is going to be different with different brands and different sizes of chain. And this is the important part. If you go into a saw dealer and you say, I have a 20-inch bar, they're going to say, how many drive links? If you say you have a 32-inch bar, they're going to say, how many drive links? Because, for instance, a 28-inch 3/8 steel runs 91 drive links. A 28-inch 3/8 Husqvarna runs 93 drive links. Just the difference in mounting and the location of the drive sprocket versus the bar studs and all kinds of goofy stuff. So you need to know how many drive links. And you can easily manually count the number of drive links, or a lot of bars will have it written on the actual bar. And as an example, this aftermarket bar on my steel has all the numbers right here. It tells you that it's 050 gauge, just says 50. It tells you that it's a 3/8 pitch, and it tells you that it's 91 drive links. I don't know why steel uses the E after some of their drive length designations. They just do, but it doesn't mean anything as far as buying a chain is concerned. So don't worry about that. So that'll get you a chain. We'll go over the numbers there, and with those 3 numbers, you can definitely get a chain that will fit your saw and you'll be able to start cutting with. In the next couple of videos, we'll go over some of the more advanced stuff as far as selecting a good high-end chain and some of the different grinds and the different sequences that are available. So stay tuned for that. So for more of this type of content, please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you want to. Give me a comment if there's some sort of content that you would like to see me cover. But please subscribe. Thank you.